Chapter 15, Victor's Point of View. Reluctantly, I dropped Kelsey's hand and side-glanced at her. I already missed the warmth. A pinched expression lingers on her beautiful face. Is that my fault, or did it come from one of the bigots inside the club? I suppose it doesn't matter. Either way, I'm responsible. Bringing her to the Temptation Club was a colossal mistake. I should have anticipated the Coven's reaction. There's so much hatred and probably jealousy amongst them. Yes, jealousy. Lilin may be creatures of the night, but they are not bound by it. Vampires? We drew the short straw. Some of us have found ways, trinkets, charms, and spells to allow us to bask in the light. Most of us, however, leave the sun behind, never to see daylight again. I count myself amongst the fortunate. Luke descends from a line of vampires who possess the secret to being able to venture out during the day. We don't linger too long in it, but we aren't trapped by darkness either. Breaking the rules, keeping company with Kelsey, won't go unnoticed. Right now, I suspect Amy is speaking with Luke. If I listen closely, I'm sure I can hear the conversation. Luke and Ma are either on their way to Falls Creek or they are already here. It will be an interesting discussion, to say the least. But for now, this beauty beside me is my only concern. Being with her is playing with supernatural fire. I might get burnt, but I can't ignore whatever this is drawing me to her. It's a force I can't and don't want to fight. Hey, I'm sorry about that crap back there. She shakes her head. Why did you take me to the club? How do I clarify my intentions without scaring her off? It was selfish on my part to subject her to that chaos, but I needed to find out how the Coven would accept her, how they would accept us. Yeah, keep telling yourself that one. Eventually you might believe it. Hey, I said I'm sorry. Can we leave it at that? I plead. She nods. How do you know Nathan? We met years ago. I wish I could forget about our meeting. We met shortly after Luke turned me. The Reaper had finished his first job and was completely unglued about it. I sat in a booth at Club Allure, a feeding den on London's Charterhouse Street. My attempt to write lyrics on top of a table vibrating from techno beats proved fruitless. I was about to call it a night when commotion at the bar caught my eye. A gangly chap demanded another drink when he was clearly wasted. I approached the high counter and signaled to the barkeep to pour each of us 3 fingers of Hicks and Healy neat. The tall blonde noticed me. He picked up the glass, saluted, and tossed the alcohol back. I nodded and did the same. The taste of the dry apple cider and ale mingled in my mouth. Since becoming undead, I could only stomach certain brands. The Cornish single malt, Fortune, was one of them. The bartender brought the bottle over. The towering guy tapped his glass. I shook my head. What's your name, mate? I choked out. Nathan. Thanks for the drink, by the way. Any time, I coughed and said. Haven't seen you around here. Nathan sat on a stool. It's me first time, for a lot of things tonight. Want to talk about it? Nathan followed me to my booth. I soon learned he was a Soul Reaper from Ireland. I hadn't met a Reaper before and was curious about his existence. He described how he ended the lives of numerous humans in one night. What chilled me was the recap of Nathan's first supernatural assignment, ending the life of a human who had impregnated a succubus. I don't think I'm cut out for this type of work. He tossed back another shot. So far, the guy had finished half a bottle by himself. After relating the gruesome accounts, he deserved every drop of the fire water. Eventually, the Reaper got over his squeamishness about sucking souls from humans. He dubbed himself the Soul Assassin and was proud of the work he did. There's a good chance Kelsey knows all about Nathan's work. I hope she doesn't. You want to grab a bite to eat? No, I'm good. The cold stare she delivers lets me know Kelsey has figured out my secret.